How's everyone doing? Okay. Yo, what's up, everyone? Hey, Alexander, Sweekum Club, Barius. How are y'all doing? We got a great episode for you guys. Great episode. I'm excited. I am so excited. It's the Teal mask. Can we all clap? Can we all clap for the Teal mask? I should probably get some background music going while I talk a little bit here. You know what? Never mind. I would have to like set stuff up, but it's okay. We're back, okay? Horrible headache. I don't know why. Every Monday, even when it's a holiday, it's like my body's trying to kill me. It's like physically, is this the same for anyone else? Like physically, it's like my body knows it's Monday and it's trying to kill me. It's trying to kill me and end it all before I have to do another week of life, okay? I think that's what my body's trying to do. Every Monday, without fail, headache. Massive headache. Like right now, it is a headache, dude. So, you know, Monday, whatever. It's okay. It's okay. Realize that the Teal mask leaves. Barius, you better stay, bro. Because I can't do this on my own, okay? I can't do this on my own. Hello, FLYBOY. I've got to say, if when I got that shiny during the stream, it must be a blessing for you. Dude, that's freaking awesome. The shiny luck's insane. I mean, didn't I also have shiny luck last time too, or was that the time before? Might have been the time before. But dude, shiny coughing, bruh, is, yeah. I think that was my, fun fact, my goated sister, you know, my older sister who's goated with the sauce. Her, first shiny ever was a full odd shiny in the Pokemon Mansion in Fire Red, I think, which would have been a coughing, I think. So it's like the same Pokemon, which is kind of dope. It is a cool color. The teal with the purple gas, freaking awesome. But that was my sister's first as well, so it's kind of like huge. Kind of W. Kind of W. Yo. Oh, sorry. I didn't even notice Twitch chat. Hi for a FLYBOY-san. Thank you, Barius the Gradius. Oh, I gotta change the Twitch title. Oh my gosh. Teal mask, brother. Teal mask, ... Don't talk to me right now. Oh my gosh. Scarlet and Violet. Boom. Updated it, bro. A shiny coughing's awesome. My first shiny was a shiny Krokorok and Alola. That's dope. Krokorok's a dope Pokemon, but let me see what its shiny looks like. Those are shinies. Those are shinies. That's all right, dude. That's all right. Yo, yeah, see? Total Team Rocket family, bro. We both got coughings as our first full odds. Mine was like a DEI full odds because it's like one of the new games, so it wasn't full odds, but you know what I mean. Yo, what's up, Mr. Cool Hat? What's up, Mr. Cool Hat? I have a massive headache right now. So, this will either make it worse or it will save me. I have no work today because of, what was it, Barack Obama Day or something? I don't know who it's for this time. But, you know, we got it. We're here. Hold on. Let me adjust my volume. Boom. All right. My first shiny was a shiny Greedent. Dude, I don't even know what a Greedent is. Hold on. Oh, it's like the squirrel thing. Okay. What's it shiny look like? Shiny. Bro. Now I'm thinking coughing's a goated shiny to get first. Because like those last two, no offense. Holy mackerel, dude. Monkey Dory will not heal me, dude. He's going to make me worse. It's going to be suffering, bro. Suffering. Barry says, yo, guys, good news and bad news. I got a job interview for a movie theater, but I don't have transportation. So the bad news is you're trying to get a job. The good news is you're probably not going to get the job because you can't get there. Right? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I hope it works out, bro. Yo, what's up? Kirsch. Kirsch store, I think. I don't know how to say the name. Good afternoon. Evening. Left a like. Good luck today's stream. Thanks for the content. Have a nice rest of your day. Well, thank you. Thank you for dropping the like. Helps a ton. We got a little mask dude. What's up, little man? What's up, dude? Also, my opinion, Lapras should have gotten a Mega Evolution. Yeah, Lapras, I feel like you can do a lot of things with Lapras. That'd be pretty cool to do. Let me pop open my map and see where we gotta go. That'd be pretty cool. Charlie Kirsch? Bro! We are Charlie Kirsch! Which one do we gotta do first? I guess we could do any of them. Let's do Monkey Dory. Let's defeat Monkey Dory. That bastard. I know what you did on that island. I know what you did on that island, Monkey Dory. So yeah, we're back. We're back. Shiny Greedent is based on red squirrels, which reside in the UK. Dude, remember when the red squirrels were getting genocided by the gray squirrels? Do you guys remember that? That's some, like, old, like, 4chan stuff, bro. But they're back now. I heard the red squirrel's coming back, dude. I heard he's coming back in a big way. Holy frame drop, bro. Okay. You better make it. Boom. Wistful Fields, bro. Yep. Oh my gosh! Give me back wild encounters, please. Give me back random encounters, please. I'm just trolling. I'm not trolling, actually. I think the Kanto Pokemon... Okay, Mr. Collette, we're not doing that. We are not spiking my cortisol today with Kanto hate, okay? It's not happening. I would do unspeakable things to defend Kanto. Unless a Pokemon's Gyarados and Nidoking, and yeah, that's all I care about. Dude, Kanto Pokemon will not be slandered today. Holy... Why is he so effing big now? The frick is this? This looks... Guys, I have a great idea for Pokemon. What if we just make it look like a giant penis? Great. Great. I'm with Adam, no, bruh. I agree with Adam, no. Kanto Pokemon do not deserve more hate. They get too much hate. Damn. She looked good in the rain. All I'm going to say... Yeah, why is... Yeah, BB's brother. Various, what are we doing? Seriously. Haven't seen Hazel Hudzo in a while. Yeah, Twitch chat's been dead, bro. It's okay. It's Pokemon, dude. All Pokemon are good. Okay, well, I won't go that far, Adam. I will say the Kanto Pokemon are goated. This is someone's goat. Okay. I mean, I like the music. Look at that crit, bro. Hold on. Diddy Blood BBC, bro? Facts. Who said that? Barius? Diddy Blood BBC. Your streams are one of the few things that bring me joy. Well, thank you. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Alex. We are not talking about Kanto. See, I'm with Alex on this one. I can't. My cortisol is going to spike, bro.
Father Cool Hat sent 1 USD. May the radiance of Monkey Dory fill you and all your viewers' days. May we all ascend to his heavenly island one day and party for eternity.
Dude. See, Monkey Dory, every time he's on screen, loses me. And then you remind me he's like Epstein. I'm like, you know what? This guy might have aura. This guy might have aura. I might be wrong. Maybe Monkey Dory is goated, bro. Dude, Diddy Blood. Lots of people making Gen 1 hate their entire personality. Can I rap it true? What has been going on Twitter lately? What is going on? Why do we hate Gen 1 all of a sudden? I'm not even like 40, okay? I didn't grow up with it, but like, what are we doing? Like, Gen 1 is the beginning. It's the GOAT. It's the start. It's like saying... It's like putting George Washington outside of your top 3 presidents of all time. It was just, why would you Like, we wouldn't be here without George Washington. You know what I mean? Like, who is, you know, who is Roosevelt to Washington? He's not even the thing without the other. You know what I mean? You can't hate on the GOAT. The first. The FOAT. The first of all time. Dude, my headache is going to kill me this stream, bro. Holy, dude. Holy. The Pokemon levels are only scaled if you did the main story, which you did not do. But, like... It's okay. We're here for the story, okay? If I wanted a challenge, I'd play any other Pokemon game. Okay, let's go... here. Okie dokie. Dude, my headache's gonna kill me, bro. My headache's gonna kill me. Okay. That was close. That was close. I enjoy Kanto. Okay, okay. Yeah, no Epstein. Bro, all this chat, all this streams, bleh. All these streams are nowadays as Epstein and Kanto. Low key, two peas in a pod, low key. Epstein and Kanto. Yeah, I've learned to neither care or respect Kanto, but that's the thing is like, you need to. Kanto is where it started. Every other game in the Pokemon franchise is a Kanto remake. Every single one. Hold on. Hold on. It didn't say the chat for some reason. I'm gonna let it read out. I'm gonna let it read out.
FLYBOY sent 1 USD. Lend me some level 100s hackers. This is base Monkadori I'm up against.
Monkey Dory has so much aura, you need to bring level 100 hack services, bro. It's true. It might be true, bro. Geodude, get out the way! Thanks for the super chat. Hold on. If I remember correctly, the Loyal 3 all share one common typing, which is poison. The one you're fighting right now is psychic poison. Okay. Alright, alright. We gotta take a break from Diddy Blood Epstein. It's getting boring facts, dude. There's no more shock value now. Where's the next shock value? Should we talk about Floyd's again? Like, I'm straight up just, like, losing my mind. This thing's a legendary. This thing taints the legendary name. We got to come up with a new designation for, like, actual legendaries and then, like, DEI legendaries. Because what is this? Okay. Alright. Alright. They kind of hot, though. I know they're, like, not... I don't know. Is it... What's the age of consent on Kitagami, okay? I don't know. Kanto laid the groundwork. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Thought Monkadori was water poison. But Ghost was super effective to it. Right? Yeah, raise your defense, pal. Catch this freaking bitter blade. Ho. She's kind of bad, I'm not gonna lie. She is kind of bad. The way she, like, twitches a little. You know what I mean? Yeah. I hate Kano just means I hate all of Pokemon and I love Israel and Benjamin Netanyahu. True. Barrius. Can we get a true for Barrius? Like, this is so real, okay? Something I never got. Is my music too loud? Something I never got was this Kanto hate. It's almost like a psychological revenge towards Pokemon itself. Like, these... And let me explain myself. Like, these kids had to grow up with this, okay? And as a sort of subconscious revenge for having to deal with this instead of the goated games of all time, they, like, instinctively reject the good games of the past. You know what I mean? It's totally some sort of psychological thing. Because, like, if you just go into Kanto as a blank slate without any preconceived notions, it's goated. It's just great. It's an awesome game. Fire red, leaf green, red, blue, yellow, don't matter. Don't matter. It's goated. I hate when people use legendary only teams. Yeah, it's kind of boring, bro. Kind of boring, bro. The loyal 3, I forgot they were legendaries. Yeah, that's like... They just don't look legendary at all. Legendary? According to who? This fella's legendary? Yeah, I don't think so, bro. To be honest, ever since Gen 7, legendaries have been low tier. We haven't been getting the same levels of legendary as Sinnoh's Creation Trio. It's hard to top the Creation Trio. I will be honest. It is hard to top that. But, like, you would think just naturally, because they're not doing the whole legendary inflation thing they were in Gen 5. Pause. Inflation is legendary. Pause. But they're not doing the whole thing where there's like 15 billion legendaries in every region. You'd think they'd be more legendary, but it's almost like they're not. It's kind of weird. Kind of weird that way. Gen 5, the pure number of them made it kind of suck. But now it's just like, what's the excuse now? You know what I mean? This guy's low-key way better than Monkey Dory. Sorry. Sorry, Cool Hat. Also, people say Gen 1 are bad games. I caught them a lot of slack because they were the first games. And that's the thing is, like I said, even if you just take it out of context, they're great games. You don't need to, like, disclaimer it by saying they're old. It's like, they're just good. They're great games. Like, I saw a tweet today from the Hitler of Pokemon Twitch, or sorry, the Hitler of Pokemon Twitter, where they were like, they got the HM Surf in Fire Red, Leaf Green.
Pyrocynical sent 1 USD. Inflation?
Yo, inflation's goated, but no, for real. I saw a tweet from the Hitler. Thank you for the super chat, Pyro. I was looking at the Hitler of Pokemon Twitter. He's that guy who's just playing Fire Red for the first time. And they saw the HM Surf in the Safari Zone. They're like, how could a kid figure this out? It's like, bro, I beat Blue when I was like 4 or 5, okay? You figure it out. You walk around, you talk to people till you figure it out, okay? People too often nowadays want a game to like spoon feed them where to go. See, here's the thing about me. I let myself get lost, okay? You guys know me. I let myself get lost. And I'm a grown adult. So kids they got all the time in the world to figure it out, okay? They can figure out where Surf is, bro. All right. Yeah. I do like the recent box legendaries. I like Koraidon, Zamazenta, but let's be real, they become very low tier, which makes Koraidon and Miraidon legendary other than being paradoxes. Yeah, like, they're on the box, but, like, it's a motorcycle. Like, Palkia and Dialga created existence, you know what I mean? And I know you have other legendaries that are lower stakes, but it's like, what makes them legendary? Because what makes Iron Hands any less legendary than Miraidon, right? I haven't played the game, so I actually don't know. I'm just talking out my ass right now. I do like the recent box. Oh, sorry. You might like the Pokemon Rev Room. I did see it. I like cars, so, you know, I like the engine. What's its pre-evolution that's just the engine? I think I like that one more. Or maybe is there not a pre-evolution? Hold on. Reva Room. Pre-evo. Oh, wait. No. Maybe there isn't a pre-evo. No, I was just thinking of this one. Actually, no. Never mind. I was thinking of this one. It's cool. I like it. Little engine. Little engine that could, bro. All right. Let's see what I got here. Hold on. Where's chat? I think we need more Ultra Beasts or something similar. See, the Ultra Beasts, in isolation, okay? Like, if you just look at them from the lens of Gen 7, I'm not even that upset with their existence because it's supposed to be a one-off thing that was designed to be a one-off thing. But all the people that were making the Ultra Beasts then became the lead designers for Pokemon. So it's like, okay, now the Ultra Beasts kind of look like normal Pokemon. If you plop the Ultra Beasts into Gen 8 or 9, they would just be regular Pokemon. Straight up. So it's kind of like, in isolation, they're great, but nowadays, it's like, I don't know. How would you even be able to make Ultra Beasts? from where we are in Pokemon. Pokemon's so, everything's so wild and different that an Ultra Beast would just look like a regular Pokemon. So maybe you're right. Maybe they got to push themselves again, but then I don't want to push them farther away from what already, whatever. My brain hurts. I'm sorry, guys. You might like the Pokemon Rev Room. I did see that. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. How could a kid figure this out? Well, kids are smarter than... See, that's what I'm saying, okay? People really, really underestimate the intelligence of children. It's actually sickening. Maybe it's because people just don't spend time around children anymore. Pause. What I mean by that is, like, people are having less kids, right? So less people have nieces, nephews, cousins that are young, you know what I mean? So, not in that way, okay? But I think less people are spending time around children, that they don't actually know how children's brains work. And it's like, kids figure it out. They can figure out a lot of tough stuff. Like, before I could even read, I figured out that Pokemon was just a bunch of... Holy lag spike. Just a bunch of, like, gates and flags that you had to check. You know what I mean? You know, you talk to this NPC, it unlocks this path. It's not like I knew what they were saying. I just, you know, figured it out as a kid that there's a sequence of events you have to figure out, and that's how you beat the game. So, yeah. Do you do 1v1s? I've done them in the past. I want to do showdown stuff. It'd be fun. I just haven't really made a real team, so I don't know the next time I'll do one. I think it'd be dope. I just really need to actually get a team. Where are we supposed to meet this thing? Oh. Okay. To be fair, the economy is in the gutter. True. It sucks, low-key. But here's the thing. Have you guys ever thought about that? It's like... To think, like... You know, we're in the age of history, right? Like, books, all that other stuff. Like, I feel like Armageddon would happen before, like, we just, like, move on from history. You know what I mean? You ever think about that? Like, sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'll be able to buy car parts forever because, like, will there always be a market for car parts? But then I'm like, actually, I feel like the market we live in right now will live longer than, like, all of, like, time. Unless, like, the world explodes. We're gonna have capitalism. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. You guys ever thought about that? Wow. Love this. Great puzzle. Am I supposed to go deep in there or no? I don't know what I'm doing, bro. Wooper and Quagsire, goated. Sneasel, goated. See, they found out Johto's goated, so they put a bunch of Johto Pokemon in. I hope I'm going the right way. Oh my goodness. It's telling me to go back up, so maybe I'm going the wrong way. Nah, I'm going the right way. Okay, we figured it out, bro. Chibi Doki clips, huh? I don't know what Chibi Doki is, bro. Not really. You need to find someone in the YouTube chat who can do 1v1. We got competitive people. We do. Mr. Cool Hat's low-key goated with the sauce. Alexander also goated with the sauce. We got some people who are down to battle. DTB, we got some people who are down to battle, bro. This song has negative aura. The battle music's fine, but the, like, normal song, negative aura, dude. Yip, yip, bippy. Alright. Who can we send out? Iron Bundle. Let's see what you got, bro. Okay. Okay. Oh. One of my favorite part of the Pokemon fandom is the fan fiction after YouTubers. Fan fiction? I don't know if I've ever read Pokemon fan fiction, low-key. So you'd have to let me know what it's like. But I don't think I've ever done it. I've never been a real big fan fiction guy. You know what I mean? I've known people who are. Let's see if Ice Beam works, bro. Holy. Boom. As long as it's not the freaky kind. Okay, that makes more sense. Isn't fan fiction usually, like, freaky, though? Like, smut? Isn't that usually what it's like? I don't know. I do hope one day that we get Pokemon Legends Home. That'd be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. I just wish they'd port all the old games so people can actually see how goated Pokemon is. You know what I mean? Like, if kids got to experience Fire Red and Leaf Green, because that's a big thing. Everyone's like, just emulate, and it's like, okay. But not everyone wants to emulate, okay? If emulating was really this big game-changing thing everyone was able to do, or was willing to do, no one would buy video games, okay? But it's like one of the best, like, it is a lucrative market. Video games is a lucrative market. People buy video games, okay? I could emulate nigh anything. Emulate or pirate anything on my PC. So that whole excuse means nothing. What I hate is when game companies remake a game and then the game's unavailable on modern platforms, the original. So then, again, it's going to what I said yesterday. We just think they're replacements. It's like they're not. They're going to re-release God of War as a remaster trilogy. No one's going to remember what God of War 1, 2, and 3 are like, okay? Because not everyone has a PS2 laying around. And PS2 emulation's not perfect. So now, it's just going to be everyone thinks God of War is the remake. And we'll have nothing to compare it to. Persona 3. One of my favorite games of all time. Persona 3 Fez. Everyone who loves Persona 3 has never played Fez, okay? They've played Reload. They think that's what the game is. And they're different. They're completely different games. They just are. Artistically. So, gameplay-wise, they're even different. So, it's like, you can argue which one's better, but, like, the average consumer can't even compare and contrast because it's locked on a console that's 26 years old. Same with Fire Red and Leaf Green. That's why I think ports are low-key goated. I'm not saying remasters are horrible and we shouldn't have them, but you should at least have the source material available to the public. You know, they don't have to jump through hoops and learn how to emulate. I don't expect the average person to know how to emulate. It's never been that way through all of human history. And look, boomers, the reason people aren't having kids is because the economy's in the gutter. It's true. Also, like, I think even if the economy was in the gutter, no one wants to have kids. No one wants to have kids regardless. Like, I think if you gave the average person an extra income, I don't know if that changes the needle that much. Maybe they have one or two. I'm sure you figured out, but the loyal three are named countryside terms like okie dokie, hunky dory, and serendipity. Yeah. I did notice that. I wasn't going to acknowledge it because I don't like it. I'm just kidding. I do love it. It's my favorite. Legends Galar would be good, though. I did read some fluff like Harmony, Legends Z, A, Protag, X, Tawny. I don't know how to say her name. Tawny. Low-key, the Tawny hate's insane. I've only had, like, a bit of time with her, but, like, she's bad and I like her low-key. So, like, I don't know. Yo! Well, I want to, like, ask a favor. I want you to come to the village and bring the ogre with you. Are you sure it's safe? You gotta trust me. I'll be okay, I promise. That's all I wanted to ask. Just come. Ton. Okay. Alright, there we go. Yo. I started playing Persona 3 Reload lately, my first Persona game. Brother! I'm just kidding. See, that's the thing, though, is like I don't know. If Persona 3 Fez was available, I'd tell you to play it, but you have to emulate it. Or play it on a PS2, which I have, but not everyone has. So, you know, whatever. And kids are the target audience of Pokemon, don't know about emulation. That's what I'm talking about. Like, people think, oh, just emulate it. It's like, when I was a kid, maybe I was autistic enough to emulate, which I was. But not every kid's like that. And not everyone should have to be like that to access older video games. It's absolutely ridiculous. The absolute hate boner people have against ports of older Pokemon games, specifically Pokemon games, but also other games as well. It's like Persona 3 Fez, Fire Red Leaf Green. These games are great games locked behind emulation or decades-old consoles. The average person isn't even going to look at it. You know? It's enough that the games are old. You'd have to really compel someone to do it. But then to lock it behind an old console or emulation, they're just not going to do it. Now, if you said, here's $30, it's the greatest game of all time, you'll be like, okay. Sure. You know what I mean? Shiny Badoo! Let's go, Golden Moonlight. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Good job, bro. Cure Incel. Yo! Bars, dude. Cure Incel. Didn't even think of that. That's genius. Okay, where do we gotta go? Right here. Boom. Let's roll. All right, let's roll out. Not that. This. Yeah. What do you think of the Galar region? It's just there. It's not offensive at all. People complain about the linearity. That doesn't bother me. Univa's pretty much just as linear. I just wish the route designs were better. And get rid of the wild area, please. That's what my thoughts are. Also, not a huge fan of having, regions that are very on the nose about their inspiration. But that's personal. Ogerpon is legendary enough. Yeah, just keep one, okay? We don't need all 4 of these people to be legendaries just to sell your damn DLC, okay? Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, man. No can do. No PS2, and I started Reload. Might as well finish. But I have a friend who loves Persona, so he's told me all the differences. Yeah, honestly, I call Persona 3 Blue Persona 5. Or, sorry, Persona 3 Reload Blue Persona 5. Because it's like, just the way... The tone of the game's completely different from Fez. Fez, I think, is an art... Like, it's a masterpiece when it comes to storytelling and atmosphere and vibes, you know what I mean? One of the best games I've played in terms of atmosphere. And Persona 3 Reload just doesn't do it. It just doesn't do it. People complain about the female MC. It doesn't bother me much. The female MC, yeah, it's extra content, extra dialogue. But, like, it was already locked behind Persona 3 Portable. And guess what? There's a Persona 3 Portable port. You can play Persona 3 Portable on your Nintendo DS, PC, whatever. There is no Persona 3 Fez port, okay? That's what I hate. They treat Reload as a replacement. They even gave it the Answer DLC. And it's like, okay. But give me Fez as well. You know what I mean? Give the people Fez. So that's my thoughts, bro. I did find a GPA emulator, and I'm using it to mess around in the Gen 3 Canter remix. Dude, perfect. And that's the thing is, I'm not anti-emulation. I emulate all the time. You guys watch me emulate all the time. I'm not anti-emulation at all. I think it's great. But for the average consumer, I feel like they have the right to have access to these older games. That's what I think. If they are art, if we want to treat them like art, they should have access to it. No one's hiding, you know, Taxi Driver behind like a VHS tape. No one's like, you have to source a VHS tape to watch Taxi Driver. You could buy the DVD. You could buy it on streaming. So that's my thoughts. The reason they automatically point you in the right direction is because they know you get lost. Hey, it's an open world, okay? If it was a tailored route, I wouldn't get lost, okay? It'd be called exploration. Okay? If you get lost in an open world game, you're just effed. Okay, you get lost. That's the thing. You get lost in an old Pokemon game, that's called discovery. You get lost in an open world game, you're just lost. You're effed. You're cooked. Now you gotta go look at your map. Because they didn't, like... There's no funnels, you know? If you think about every single Pokemon route in the old games, they're like little funnels that direct you towards areas, points of interest. In an open world game, it's just like, here's a vast open area we sprinkled Pokeballs, Pokemon, and like little dungeons in. There you go. Do you feel excited? I'm like, if Breath of the Wild was a person, I would choke him out and kill him. If Breath of the Wild was a real-life human being, I would skin him alive. I would peel him like a potato, okay? With a knife, like a small one. Breath of the Wild fucked the gaming industry. Forever. Forever! I don't want more open worlds. Okay? I don't. The Zelda fans are turning on Breath of the Wild, finally. Because they're sick of it. It's cool once in a while, but I don't want my games to turn into Red Dead Redemption 2 shrinking horse testicles because, I don't know, it wows people during trailers or something. it makes for a great Did You Know Gaming Twitter post. Deadass, Breath of the Wild, for what it did to the gaming industry, I don't care the merits of the game itself. I don't care how good of a game it is. I want to skin it alive and dip it into molten lava or like acid. If you guys have played Fallout 1, you know if you click the wrong option when you talk to Lieutenant in Mariposa military base, it'll play the cutscene where like the protagonist like wrapped up in like tinfoil and then like dip him into a vat of forced evolutionary virus. I want to do that to Breath of the Wild if it was a person. Anthropomorphized. Yeah. Breath of the Wild dipped into FEV acid, okay? As it struggles. It's like tied up and it's... okay, sorry. Let me see chat, what they're saying. The reload's more so to get new players into the franchise rather than being good and faithful. And that's where it's like, yeah, but isn't that what Persona 5's for? I don't feel happy about going to Maui, Hawaii, and considering my family's going to Maui in a week or two. You don't feel happy? It's Maui, bro. Kick back. You're in Canada. I know it's frozen as hell up there, right? I haven't been at ease with myself for a while. I don't feel happy about going to Maui. Well, hey, I won't try and convince you to be happy about it, okay? That's your own feelings. But, like, Alex, a good time to just relax and think, you know what I mean? So who knows? They don't care about the fans. They just want more fans. I understand because people that play Reload, they're just trying to treat Reload like it was the original thing, which is painful. That's what I mean, bro. Dude, Barius, you haven't even played Fez, and you are making Fez arguments better than actual Fez fans. You know what I'm saying? I'd be pissed if they're in that situation where I'm a fan of the original, but everyone prefers the second version is basically treated as a main version. I'm sure there's people who think of Gold, Silver, Crystal, and Red and Blue that way. And it is sad because I think I made the mistake of calling them replacements too, but it's like they're not. And you can't replace the feelings you got from Crystal with Heart Gold, Soul Silver. You can't. They're different games, even Gold and Silver. You know what I mean? But yeah. Open worlds existed before Breath of the Wild. I know. Okay, Barius. But like Breath of the Wild convinced everyone that your favorite franchise should be open world. Okay, because that's the thing is Red Dead's always been open world. GTA's always been open world. I don't really care, right? But Breath of the Wild not only convinced every game developer in the world, specifically Nintendo, that every game has to be open world. That's why we're dealing with Pokemon right now being open world. I saw a bait post where they said Fire Emblem was going to be open world next. I was like, I was about to crash out till I realized it was bait. And I was like, okay, never mind. Let's see. Dude, Kieran, let's go. Dude, Kieran's the hero. Here's the hero. It can be done right. Open worlds can be done right. I don't like this. It's Pokemon. It's never been open world. Argue with the wall. Argue with the wall. Argue with the silver line Joy-Con. Argue with the single silver line Joy-Con. Because I'm not listening. I'm not listening. Argue with the silver line Joy-Con, okay? This is the stupidest. I kind of like how stupid it is, though. But, like, still. Ponyo mentioned? Trip to Hawaii does sound hella expensive. I tend to think of other things rather than a trip I don't care about. You know, I'm going to be honest with you, Alex. I see where you're coming from. I've never been a really big vacation guy at all. Something about it, I feel like if you can't find something in your vicinity, you know what I mean? Unless it's to meet other people, you know, but going to a vacation for the sake of the place, like, oh, I got to get out, I got to discover. It's like, I don't know. I don't know how much of the surrounding area the average person's even explored in their own hometown. You know what I mean? So I actually understand. I don't like vacations that much either. I like being at home rather than vacationing. So I can see where you're coming from. I sent the clip of it at Discord. I was originally shiny hunting Halucha, but I'll take it a shiny's a shiny. Dude, hold on. Let me check the Discord. Let me check the Discord. Dude, I don't check the Discord except on stream. Could that be bad? Yeah, let's see what we got here. Oh, Badoo. Oh, dude. Shiny Roserades. A goated shiny. Not gonna lie. Oh, that thing's cute. Dude, you are grinding out those shinies, bro. Good work, dude. Good work. Legends RCs better be good, by the way. You guys are glazing it a lot. It better be good, okay? I better like it. Okay? Yeah. I mean, I understand this because I have the original 2003 Full Metal Alchemist anime, but the second anime, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, is considered the main, and FMAB is my personal favorite because it's more accurate to the source material. Yeah, because 2003, if I remember correctly, I haven't watched Full Metal Alchemist, I should, but the 2003 one was coming out alongside the manga, right? But then it caught up to the manga, so then I had to come up with a bunch of stuff, like its own ending. Is that what happened? Yeah, it's like, I'm sure people have nostalgia for those ones, you know? And that's totally fine. And I don't think because I haven't watched them, so I can't really make an opinion on it. But I'm like, if Full Metal Alchemist, I don't know. My point is it still has artistic value, even if it isn't accurate to the manga. That's what I think, at least. Where do I gotta go? The den, right? That's over here? Oh, brother. See, I got lost, kinda. Not really, but I did. But I did, bro. Have you heard the story? Since you like Unova, you'd be surprised. I've heard Volo's like a really good villain. So I'm actually kind of excited to just see what we got in store for us, bro. Why? What? Get up the hill! Dude, Koraidon or Miraidon's about to make me crash out. It is a good story, but I prefer FMAB, but also FMAB has straight filler. Or, sorry, the original has filler. Girly Pop. Holy crap, that was a bad... Noivern was such a bad Pokemon in X and Y. Holy crap, dude. Holy crap. Will I ever climb up this normally? No. I will always climb the waterfall. You can't make me climb this normally, bro. Believe it or not, I've never seen Shiny Roserade. If you're saying it looks cool, I'm in for a surprise. You are. Shiny Roserade is freaking awesome, dude. One of my favorites. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Something that I will say about Legends Arceus is that when you think of it too much, the fact it's an isekai feels weird. Yeah, I remember the intro. You are kind of like a weird... like, dude that shows up from a different world, right? It's kind of weird. Like, you have a t-shirt on, right? And they're like, what is a t-shirt? Or something like that. So, yeah, that's what I think. How do you feel Galar after you played it a while back? Like I said, it's like, it's fine. You know? I just don't like how on the nose it is as an English-inspired region. You know what I mean? For me, it feels like a... it feels more like a theme park rather than like an actual lived-in region. Okay. What about Kieran, though? Hey, hold up. If he's not gonna stay here, then I want Ogrepon to come with me. Let me battle you. I want to see which one of us should get to keep Ogrepon with them. I want the battle anyways. So let me know once you're ready. We're ready, dude. Ceruledge is going to wreck your team because I'm way over leveled for no reason. What's wrong with me, dude? What's wrong with me? Dude, we saw Noivern's stats in X and Y. That was brutal. Hurricane, Miss, dude. Well, then let's get started. How I feel like the Maui trip, I'm like, does it even frankly matter? See, that's the thing is like with vacations, me too, I'm like, okay, I spend a week over here instead of over here. It's like, what changed? I just don't have access to my PC, you know? It's like, wow. All right, Kieran, let's go, dude. Okay. Ooh. Got that guitar in there, bro. I realized I never finished my Galar playthrough. Hey. Happens. I almost got to that point. I almost didn't get to the first gym. Y'all remember that? Yo, song's low-key good. Not gonna lie. But I do think Legends Arceus is nice in immersing you into this world. It really feels like you're in a Pokemon history and the town grows with you. Yeah, we'll see. I'm excited to play it. I hear a lot of good stuff, so I don't know. Suicune Club says, I've always been way too much of a chud for vacations. Mom would get so mad I didn't want to go. Dude, facts. I don't even know what's coming in, bro. Dragonite, let's do a go. Facts, dude. Like, I would be so pissed off. And then it's like, you would get to the location and it's cool for like an hour. You go around, walk around, look at stuff. And then like, okay, can I play on my DS now? Like, I remember the memories I remember from vacations is playing Pokemon with my siblings on the DS in the hotel rooms. It's like, dude. Anyways, it's like I could have done that at home. So I don't know. Dude, W Dragonite. We love Dragonite, bro. But yeah, like I said last stream, because there's no accuracy in moves in ZA, moves like Stone Edge or Hurricane will never miss. Since when you make a move, your Pokemon moves with you to avoid attacks. Dude. Good for a certain amount of Pokemon. Like, if Tyranitar's in that game, no accuracy check on Stone Edge would be absolutely broken. Let's bring out our level 100 Haxorus. I don't know why it's level 100. Yeah, I like Kieran's battle themes, bro. And so I started new ones I never finished and even got deleted. Dude, is that not life sometimes? You just, like, so... Well, I'm trying to remember what game I've done that with. There's so many games where I would get halfway through that I don't play them for like a year. Then I come back, I'm like, I don't even know where I'm at. I'll just restart. It's like, that could be a dangerous cycle if you don't check it, you know? If you don't check it and make sure you actually finish the game, you'll just play the first part of the game over and over and over again. But yeah. Yeah. I just literally remember the different places I played Pokemon on vacations too. That's what I'm saying. Like, it is so funny that, like, all the high moments... Like, I don't remember where I went. I barely remember when I would, like, go play with my family at, like, a place. You know, on vacation. Or look at sites or whatever. But it's like, I do remember playing Pokemon. Playing Pokeathlon. The Pokeathlon, bro. With my family. I'm now an Ice type. What happened there? 90 of course. I think it's better than Legends ZA, and Legends ZA feels very different from what Arceus was. No shade, but when you play Arceus, then Legends ZA, they feel like completely different, besides some gameplay similarities. They even look completely different. I really don't like the Pixar-looking style they're going for in ZA. Let's see here. King Gambit. King Gambit, let's get you out here. That Dragonite set was a viable set. I made sure to make them all viable, low-key. Like, I got sets. I picked the Pokemon I liked, and then I looked for viable sets for them. Like, they might be copy-paste from Smogon, even. So. Yeah. Don't get why Alpha Pokemon exists in Legends ZA. It just doesn't make sense to me. Alpha Pokemon existing in history makes sense, because back then, Pokemon were more untamed and dangerous, but why are Alpha Pokemon appearing in the city? Maybe it's to represent that they're, like, becoming more animalistic because they're, like, taking over the city. But, like, I think it's just a gameplay mechanic now. Now there's no really, like, lore behind it. Legends Arceus is more difficult. Interesting. We'll see. We'll see, bro. I'm excited, but I just feel like Game Freak doesn't have it in them anymore. But I'm open to being wrong, but still. I did a no healing challenge inspired by a French YouTuber, and I got by Kabu's gym and stopped. Wow. Dude, no heal's actually a crazy challenge. I don't have the aptitude for that. I just don't think I'm good enough for that. Like, planning ahead. I'm too good. Like, I'm not a big planner, okay? I've got tactics, okay? Here's the difference. Tactics. You're in a situation. I know how to get myself out of it or how to capitalize on a situation I'm in. Planning, you've got to, like, think about all these different outcomes. Maybe I'm just stupid, and that's showing my low IQ. But having to weigh... It's not that I can't. Like, if I really need to sit down and weigh out all the options, I can. But it's like, once you get too many different paths going, I'm just like, okay. Why even waste time doing this? Let's just go do something. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Why did I even say that, bro? But yeah. Oh, yeah. Tyranitar is in ZA, so you can have fun with that. Okay. Okay. Stone Edge? Stone Edge Tyranitar with no accuracy check, bro. It will be good. The RC style looked interesting at least. I haven't played it either. Looking forward to the stream. Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. Like, I don't like the new Pixar style Pokemon was going for. At least Arceus was leaning into a more stylized look. Even if it isn't perfect, but I'm not asking for perfection from Pokemon. This is Game Freak after all. At least it looked different. More stylized, you know. I don't like how, you know, sometimes these newer games look like baby's first blender texture. You know what I mean? It's like, look, I figured out how to apply a fabric texture on this model. It's like, okay. Who are you? You're a Game Freak, dude. What next? Is Hippowdon gonna have shrinking testicles when it goes in the cold? Okay, chill out. You're Pokemon. Prove yourself to Ogerpon? Let's do it. Let's do it. Heck yeah. Let's catch it, guys. Well, Arceus isn't that difficult in terms of battling until Volo. But I think the wild alpha Pokemon in Arceus are harder to fight. I can't count how many times I've lost health in Legends Arceus and Blacked Out. But in ZA, I died like 4 to 5 times. Interesting. Well, I'm bad at games in general, so I'll probably die in both, frankly. I didn't plan at all, just rolled with whatever I got. Like on Nest Gym, I lost like 3 or 4 Pokemon. Dude, that's what I'm saying is like sometimes that's what makes a game fun. Just doing tactics, bro. Just pure tactics. It's gonna have what? What did I say? What did I say? Did I say something? Look, my brain hurts, okay? I don't even know what I just said, so I love you guys. Hold on. I don't want to kill it. This is Shadow Sneak. Was I supposed to save? Was I supposed to save? Dude, Sharpedo? Dude. No, actually, that might be kind of fun. Getting chased by Pokemon. I didn't like it in Sword and Shield, but I don't know. I feel like the more intimate nature you have with Pokemon in the Legends games might make it more fun. Let's see. Can you make a Gen 9's OU team at some point? I know I should. I'm lazy, Alex. You know me. Ah. Oh, the shrinking testicles. Look, my head hurts. I didn't even like... That didn't even, like, register as a joke to me. That's how, like... That's how sick and twisted I am. No, that's how much my head hurts right now. That didn't even register as humor. To me. I was just like... Hippowdon with shrinking testicles. That was funny. Okay. That was funny. Pixel Pulse, it's good to see ya. It's good to see ya. Oh my goodness. It's a guaranteed catch. Okay. W. Spend hours roaming around Z A's Lumios. Okay. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, how... Oh, there's 4. I was like, how many masks are there? Like, that's not the whole effing point of the game. Like, the whole story's been about... I was about to, like... That's how you know I'm freaking losing my mind, okay? I'm losing my mind. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Okay, you don't even have to save. Maybe I read somewhere the last time you really had to save before a boss battle is like Gen 6. It's like the last time there's been a Pokemon that just doesn't heal. Or sorry, that doesn't respawn. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Also, small spoiler for Arceus, there's a fixed alpha Snorlax. Fixed? Why would they get rid of its shrinking testicles? Why would they get rid of its shrinking testicles? Why is it fixed? I'm just trolling. I know what you mean. When I went up to Pokemon Home to see who I saved, found out I caught it and named it after my dad, and I felt bad. Aw. Dude, Adam, I can't tell you. That reminded me of something. When I was a kid, I remember I'd make these jokes about my dad. I was young. I was like 4 or 5. It's very Freudian, in my opinion. I'd make jokes about my dad at my dad's expense. And nowadays, he's not here, so I can actually talk about this very openly. Even if he does hear it, it doesn't bother me. I feel bad for it. It's like I was 5, and I was making jokes about my dad. And I feel bad for it today, like 20 years later. And it's like, nowadays, I have so much respect for my father. Like, Adam, like you said, like, if I'll do that or make a joke, I'll think back, like, even later in the day, if I make a joke, I'm like, I went too far. I shouldn't have said that. But it's for real, dude. So that just reminded me of that. Like, sometimes I'll think back to things I did when I was, like, 6. I'm like, no respect for your dad. What the hell were you doing? So, even though I know I was just a kid, you know? It's like, can I make up for it? Can I make up? What Pokeball looks the best? Ooh, the Friend Ball. That looks great. So, yeah. Now, I will say Legends EA has one difficult encounter with a wild alpha Pokemon. In one zone, you have to face like 6 to 7 Pyroars. 6 or 7 Pyroars. And one's alpha, and if you're caught, they're going to jump you. Okay. Crazy FLYBOY was crazy once they locked him in a rubber room with Rattatas, and it made him crazy. Dude, I would love to be locked in a room with 6 or 7 Rattatas, okay? I'd come out a father. Rattatas are not that hot, okay? Oh, Sarah Ledge is gone. Okay. That's a joke, okay? I would not come back. Send me to the Rattatas, and I'll come back a father. Ever since Gen 5, I'm always careful when it comes to fighting a Chandelure since it's going to learn Energy Ball. Yeah, they'll trick you out with that one. You're like, I'll bring a water type. Gotcha, bitch. Here's an Energy Ball. That happens to me too about your father. Yeah, smart enough to find Surf, dumb enough to make fun of dad. That's what I'm saying. I found HM03 just fine. What the hell was I doing making fun of my dad? It's ridiculous. Ooh, I'll take care of it. Just stab him in the heart. I'll take care of it. Twist the knife, twist the dagger. Yeah, Kieran, I'll take of that thing. And sometimes we say things that we regret in the future. Yeah. It hurts, too, because I'm sure he would forgive me if I talked to him about it. Which I think I have in some cases. He would obviously forgive me because he's a good man. But, like, have I forgiven myself for what 6-year-old me did? You know what I mean? You know what? A calorie surplus could do Carmine wonders, okay? The bones are there. The foundation for an absolute dime is there. She's already a dime, frankly. But, you know. The DLC's basically over now. No way that's the end. Is that the end? What? Where's the climax? Where's the climax? Okay. No way. The Pyro hunts you down like it's their one life goal, dude. I should that'll be fun. That one will be fun. We'll see it. We'll get there. Meet up with Carmine? Hey, I mean, why not, bro? Once I find my Arceus copy, I'm gonna rename it to something more appropriate. Good man, Adam. You're a good man. FLYBOY, if you could have a conversation with your younger self for an hour, what would you say to your younger self? Outside of the obvious, like I would immediately like tell him to write some stuff down about investments, to help my family out, to help him out. Outside of the obvious, like Powerball numbers, just trolling. I would probably tell him to... Damn. What would I tell younger me? I would tell him to not be afraid to... you know, pursue artistic, creative endeavors very publicly. As in, so many times throughout my childhood, I think I got close to like streaming, making videos, content. And I never did it. And now I can't find any of it. And I feel like some of it could have been good. And why did it take till I was 22 to finally start making videos and streaming publicly? So I'd probably tell him to not be afraid. Don't hide your creative endeavors, even if they get made fun of, even if people laugh at them. You'll look back and be appreciative of what you've done, good or bad. You know what I mean? Like, you could have drawn the shittiest piece of art ever and showed it to the world, but you'll be able to look back and look back with love. Like, hey, I did this. I created this. It made me who I am today. And so that's the one thing. If you're talking about like, what would I share with someone or a younger version of myself based on the regrets I have now? It's totally that. Be way more public. Be way more willing to share your art with people in the world. Because, Loyal Hall, where the hell is that? Because you'll regret not sharing something way more than you regret sharing it. Unless it's like, you know, if you really like touching children, then obviously you'll regret sharing. What is that? Why did I even say that? But obviously, if you're a pedophile, sharing that, you'll regret that. But the assumption is you aren't a pedophile. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I wonder if people that have whalelords can use them like submarines. Yo, I never even thought about the transportation utility of whalelord. Loki could be goated. What's up, Shoddy? What's up? What's up? There you are. You took your time. I did. That was whatever. I love you. Never mind. But yeah, I wonder if Ogerpon friend-shaped. He is friend-shaped, or it is friend-shaped, right? I've never actually used a Whalmer on my team, but it's a cool Pokemon. I should use it. The problem, that's the thing, though. I don't think I've ever used a Whalelord. There's just so many water-type Pokemon to choose from that it's hard to justify it. Like in Hoenn, right? First off, Swampert already exists. Second off, you've got so many cool Pokemon. You got Milotic. You got Gyarados available to you. Pelipper. What else? Surskit, not really. Because, like, Surskit kind of, like, stops. Crawdont. You know, Tentacruel. You have so many cool water-type Pokemon available to you before Whalmer. It's, like, kind of hard to justify. You know what I mean? But it's bulky. It's a water-type. Nothing better than a bulky water-type. Also, for the Ogerpon fight with Carmine, you don't even have to use Ogerpon to beat her. We will. But let's see. Dude, you should rub off on me a little bit, Carmine. Just saying. Just kidding. That's a joke. Not even a trip to Maui can make me feel happy. Well, Alexander, I hope the streams can help, okay? We're just chilling. We're having a good time. I hope that can help. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. You know? Especially when it's something you don't want to do and you're kind of forced to. Because, like, your family. You're like, yeah, I got to go with them. I was like, hey... I will say, though, we got Switches now. It's never been easier to game on the go. You know what I mean? So if you need to play a little Pokemon to ease your mind, you got it. Because you can stay in a Whalelord's mouth. Honestly, seems kind of fun, disgusting, but fun. Dude, if it's my Whalelord, like if my dog became like Clifford size, I would be okay in her mouth. You know what I mean? Because like, she licks my face, you know? So I'm sure if you own your own Whalelord and it licks your face and you're like friendly with it, it would be less gross. You know what I mean? Others would think it's gross, but, you know. Do you think people eat Pokemon? Yeah, totally. I think so. They have to, unless there's actual animals in the world. Like, how are you going to get your protein? You know what I mean? Will's just kind of like one of those Pokemon that fall in the background that nobody really uses. Exactly. Ludicolo, another great water type you have access to in Hoenn. It was level 20? Never mind. We are not using Ogerpon. We're using our baddie, Masquerada. I'm pretty sure Ogerpon's more popularity used with she, her pronouns, but I might be misremembering. I can see why. It has more of like a female look to her. I would use it too. Just saying it feels so dehumanizing. You know what I mean? Saying it for gender neutral Pokemon. It's like, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it sounds disgusting because we treat Pokemon like pets. We always do. But I'm sure in the Pokemon universe, there's Pokemon that totally aren't pets. You know what I mean? Like, Wailord falls in the background. I'm sure people eat Wailord in the north, right? Around Snow Point. And it won't eat you, hopefully. Yeah, I don't know. How much can we trust that your own Wailord won't eat you? Wow. That Ninetale survived the knockoff, bro. I'm more of a person who prefers to be alone with my thoughts than going to Maui. Here's what you can do, though. If there's a nice beach, there's nothing like just early in the morning. If you just want to go by yourself, early in the morning, beach, alone, vibes. It's quiet. No one's there. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. And you can be alone with your thoughts, and it's nice. You got the waves coming. Feels like you're playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky all over again on the beach. It's great. Bro. Ogerpon is a woman and we will respect her. Woman 5, dude. Ogerpon is a Foid, but it's a Foid with respect. Foid with respect. Sinistra. Like matcha, really? Masquerada, explode this thing with a fiery leaf bomb. That was a crit. What type is this thing? Boom. Yeah, like an object. That's what it feels like. When you say it did this. It's like, what is going on? What is on my screen? Okay, the EXP stuff. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, Kieran, don't worry. I've been treating it well, Kieran, and I took that personally. No, that's what I'm saying. I treated it well. That thing, I guess. To be honest, I think Alolan's ride Pokemon were the best version of Pokemon transportation. Sure, it was inconvenient to have to switch around, but it's better than HMs. There's lore to the ride page of being a tourist thing, individual Pokemon. It's more fun to be able to ride multiple Pokemon than just one. I think it's great. You know, I'm a big HM guy in terms of game design, but ride Pokemon are pretty inoffensive. I liked it. I think the whole idea of it being a nuisance to switch around is so lame. Like, yeah, that's kind of how it works. You know, HMs, you can't use, like, you have to use one or the other. You can't use both, you know what I mean? That's kind of how it works. Never really got that complaint. I don't like going in ocean water in general. Fair enough. Fair enough. You can be on the sand, though. Low-key, I can't remember the last time. Like, I'll go to the beach. I hate the water, too. I'm like, yo, chill with the water. Chill with the water. Just give me the sand. Although, if you're an Anakin stan, you might not like the sand. You know what I mean? Love riding Koraidon? Dude. Pause. What? I'm just kidding. I know what you meant. Yeah. Sinistra is a gross gas type. I almost said gross gas. Ghost grass. We have way too many of those already. Did they not think that was enough? Adding 2 alone in Gen 6? They're like, let's add another one. We don't have enough. Shiny Roserade looks amazing. I can see why you like it. Well, I know, right? One of the best. You know what? Next to my Platinum, can I just say? Great for shiny hunting. For a lot of good Pokemon. A lot of great Pokemon. Pokeradar, a lot of good ones. I think I might do Badoo next. Because, like, damn. You got me hyped up. Roserade's one of my favorites for shinies. It is just such a good look. It's so classy, bro. Yeah, send a clip in when you can. I'm surprised that Volcanian's the only water fire type. Is it still the only one?
FLYBOY sent 1 USD. I like to ride my glorious Twitch mod that does everything for me.
Yo, who sent this? That is not true. Various, get back in your cage, pal. Get back. Who let you speak, okay? Who let you speak? You're going back. You're going back, okay? You know what, Various? You're getting deported to Epstein Island immediately, okay? We're going to touch you, okay? Okay, Various? We're going to touch you. I think it's just nice being able to ride Pokemon. Yeah, you like riding them. I want a more personal relationship. Like if I raise a Squirtle to be Blastoise, I love to ride on a Blastoise. That sounds a little predatory, don't you think? That's like adopting a girl and then like having a sexual relationship with her once she turns 18. That's kind of sus, dude. You really want to ride Blastoise? You freaking freak. You freak? You disgusting freak? You want to ride Pokemon? I'm just kidding. Various, you animal. It was a Wartortle, damn it. It couldn't even consent. I'm trolling. Yo, Mitch, how you doing, bro? Good to see ya. Yeah, it's rough, it's coarse, and it gets everywhere. It's just true. Anakin wasn't lying. People might hate on it, okay? You can hate on the dialogue all you want. Did Anakin lie? Did he? He was low-key spitting. If you ask me, he was spitting, okay? I've got a question, FLYBOY. Who's your favorite Team Star Boss and why? I need to play these games. I haven't played Scarlet and Violet yet, so I don't have one. I was playing this because I have to make a Monkey Dory video because a viewer, Mr. Cool Hat, the GOAT, paid me a lot of money to do so. So, I kind of played the DLC before I played the main story. Whoops. Whoops. It's okay. I'll be back, Carmine. I can never be away from that for too long. What is it? You hate to see her leave, but love to see her go? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Sinistro was viable in the previous VGC regulation. What happened? What happened? What do the regulations do, bro? FLYBOY, what did you do to Lopunny? Lopunny. You mean Lopunnies, okay? One's never enough, okay? One is never enough. Especially Vaporeon. That person likes it, feels like. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Barriers? What was he doing to that Vaporeon? Oh my gosh, can Pokemon fans find another joke? Brother. Look, remember when, like, everyone was, like, frauding for a bit? They're being fraudulent. They're like, competitive Pokemon has way better memes than regular Pokemon. Regular Pokemon is just making fun of, like, sex and, like, you know, Lopunny and stuff. And it's like, okay. But, like, competitive Pokemon's just like, this Pokemon's bad, but I think it's really freaking good. Like, Pokemon competitive memes is just like, yeah, this Pokemon sucks, but I'll say it's good. And that's, like, funny or something. It's like, yeah, I love Mega Beedrill just like everyone else, okay? You don't need to, like, be like, you know, I'm so good. Aggron, the wall. It's like, okay, yeah, you've been making that meme, well, you've been making that joke for 8 years? 8 years? The Vaporeon copy pasta is not even that old. Sorry. I got a little tense. My bad. My bad, bro. Can we not talk about Vaporeon? All right, all right. We'll chill on the Vaporeon. Till we get another Bubbles, we will chill on the Vaporeon, bro. We will chill. FLYBOY, she was just a Baneri, and she hated me. Isn't that kind of how it is, though? I'm just kidding. That is not how it is. That is not how it is, bro.
Barius sent 1 USD. Wait, FLYBOY, didn't you force friendship on a young Baneri to get it to evolve into a Lopunny?
Yo, I was gonna make that. I was gonna say. I don't even have to say them anymore. I don't even have to say the joke anymore. They're just gonna come in, chime in, and say it for me. I was holding back. Yeah, yeah. Look, it had to be done, okay? It had to be done. I've done it multiple times on the Platinum run. It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy. Remember how I forgot to put return on the Lopunny and then it made my Staravia die? I cannot wait to get back to the Huzlock. Bro. Oh, mine is Atticus. I did the other big quest before taking on the star bases. Okay, well, we'll keep an eye out for Atticus when we get there. The previous regulation was lower powered, and the current VGC regulation introduced legendaries. They always do that, don't they? They're like, here, you can use a legendary or two. That makes sense. Like Urshifu, bro. Isn't he like 2-goated? You can break through protect, right? So Urshifu. Isn't Urshifu like the offensive version of Hitler, aka Ferrothorn, aka Toxapex? Isn't Urshifu like the offensive form of Hitler? Of VGC? Not gonna lie, let's not forget back in the early days, Alex was saying crazy things. It's true. I think Alexander's toning it down, though. He understands. He's getting older. Does this lead into the little turtle thing? No, we really shouldn't talk about Gardevoir. Look, Gardevoir jokes have been carrying this franchise for decades, okay? Decades! I'm talking 23 years. That's how old I am. Based racist girlfriend mommy? Wow. Wow. The mommy thing. I say it as a joke. I do not want that, okay? I don't. That's freaking weird, dude. That's Freudian as frick, dude. The frick's wrong with you? Who'd ever want that? Yeah, punting wombats. Dude, remember punting wombats? Yo, that was a classic, Alex. Remember punting wombats, bro? Yeah, remember Bubbles in the maid dress. Bubbles in the maid outfit, bro. Yeah. Dude, the Kalos days turned us into a monster. I sent the clip. I love the colors of the flowers. It's a genius move. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to check it out. Let's see our beautiful Roserade. Oh, the black and magenta flowers. So good. Look at it. See, Golden Moonlight? You gotta admit, one of the best shinies. Roserade's one of the best shinies. One of the best. Look, women will always make an exception if you're an 8 out of 10 or above. Just saying. They always will. We'll be back, Shoddy. We'll be back. Urshifu's abilities, Unseen Fist, which says no to protect. Brother. Scary. Yeah, Atticus speaks in Shakespearean, so sometimes his dialogue is sometimes hard to understand. Dude. Well, if Shakespearean's like old English, right? Old English? I don't know. I grew up on the King James version of the Bible and the Book of Mormon. They're very old English, so we'll see. If I can read it, I'll be proud of myself. Damn, you hate to see her leave, but you love to see her go. I'll tell you what. That is a sight to behold. I'm just kidding. That's a joke. She's like a child or something, or maybe. I don't know. She's a fictional character. Anyways. Yeah, to be fair, back then, I didn't show who I was at the time. Fair enough. You're just fitting in with all us little goons. All us little goons, bro. Thank you. Get these goobers off my screen. These goobers did nothing. They were even here, bro. Oh. I need to become. Yo, the hair. Yo, where'd you tell me this? I need to become a lot stronger. Stronger. Stronger and stronger and stronger. Yo. Has he always had the tie? Or is that like Blueberry Academy type stuff? Just you wait, Yuki. We're done. I'll get through it. We'll get through it. Even if we have to use Google Translate, we'll get through the Romeo and Juliet speech, bro. Can you try Arknight Enfield sometime? I'm just pretty... Wait, hold on. I'm just pretty sure I'm the only somewhat normal person here. You might be. We are all freaks, okay? We're all freaks here, okay? You and me, we're all freaks. We're all monsters. No way that's freaking it, guys. Is that it? Is that it? He's always had the tie. Okay. Maybe I just noticed it now, bro. Dude, what are we doing? We're done? There's no freaking way. There's like, do we catch Monkey Pawn? Also, can I rant about these things a little bit? So if you guys don't know what these are very popular in Japan. They become popular in America now too. How do I zoom in? Nope, not that. So these are super popular in Japan. They still are. They're really popular now, bro. But, like, these trucks are the most Reddit-ass trucks ever made, okay? No one who actually needs to do real-life shit that requires a truck is using one of these, okay? It's a total LARP. It is a total LARP truck, okay? Dead ass, okay? Ask anyone who's actually blue-collar who needs a truck. I'm not one of them. I'm speaking for them. This is the most Reddit-ass LARP truck ever, okay? Its payload capacity is nothing. It can't tow anything, okay? In Japan, it's used to move, like, crates of fruit, okay? Like, crates of Pokemon cards, okay? Like, people will get these, and everyone's in love with them for, like, a short period of time. And then they always sell them, like, a month later because they realize it's the most useless piece of shit ever in America. And you're spending 5 to 10 grand on one. When it's like you can get a half-ton Chevy from the mid-2000s when they actually made them to last for like less than that. Less than half than that. You know what I mean? So like these are the most LARP-ass trucks ever freaking made. All right? And everyone loves them. And they're a cool novelty. But it's a total LARP. Total LARP. But the sides, they fold down to form a flatbed. Get a flatbed? Okay? Like, really? What are we doing? What are we doing? Yeah, it's never an actual person who needs a truck who owns one of these. Just saying. Just saying. I'm on my hater shit today. Low-key. Low-key on that, bro. Yeah. Let's see here, dude. Nuzlocke time? Maybe, dude. My head's still freaking killing me. I might just call it quits early, low-key. After you do Blueberry Academy, you get a little epilogue called Mochi Mayhem. Ooh. There's a difference part 2, which is in Unova. That's right. Blueberry Academy is in Unova. Is that correct? I don't actually know, but that's what I've heard. No. What? I actually want to drive on that road. That would actually be kind of fun. Let's see. The reason it's popular is because it's Truck Japan. Thank you, Adam. That's literally all it is. Truck? Truck Japan? Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I need a truck. It's like, dude, a Chevy Silverado 1500 can do all of that and more and tow, and it has air conditioning, okay? And a V8, okay? Like, what are we doing? Yeah, this actually reminds me of an anime called Barakaman. It's about the famous calligrapher moving to the countryside and making friends and becoming humble. Yeah, see, like, those are popular in Japan for the countryside, right? They move fruit and stuff. I don't know. But yeah, they're very Japanese. I watched Oppenheimer with my mom to feel some happiness, and it was my second time watching the film. Dude, I'm sorry. I haven't watched Oppenheimer. I know it's good. Look, I know it's a good movie. I trust Nolan. I know he's goated. I just haven't watched it yet, and I should. Robert Downey Jr. was in it, right? Iron Man. Dude, I'm exploring. That's good, dude. You get the epilogue, you have to go to the little stand that sells the fruit, I'm pretty sure, into the caretaking place. Dude, the fruit sellers are unmatched. Japan and fruit selling, bro. They be selling fruit all the time, bro. Japan glaze is out of control. Facts. Can I just say, dude? Monkey Dory might be back at that pond. We'll actually go to the pond, actually, just to see Monkey Dory again. Oh, that pond's all the way over where? Not there. Whee! Here. Oh. Boom. The Japan glaze is crazy. If you guys are into cars, okay, you've seen me wear the Initial D shirt. I love Japanese cars. But part of what made the Japanese car so cool was the value per pound. You know what I mean? Like, the amount of car you get for the value. And it's like, now there's no effing point. There's a reason why everyone's buying BMWs now. There's no effing point to spend money on a Japanese car now. Like the old ones. You're spending 10 grand for a beat-to-shit S-chassis Nissan with no engine. Or if it does, it's like a, you know, it's a shitty KA. I know KAs have their fans, okay? They're not bad engines. They're pretty stout, you know, I understand. Holy, level 70. But it's like Civics used to be the underdog because you'd spend $500 to get the chassis, drop $3,000 to it, and now you're beating 10 grand cars. To get into a Honda Civic now, like an EG or EK, you're spending 6-7 grand. So what's the point? What's the value proposition? Just get like a 335i at that point if you want to go fast for 6 to 7 grand. Where's my... Oh, there we go. I was like, where's my freaking Dragonite at? Nice, now we'll catch it, bro. After beating it, I'm pretty sure you can go back and catch the... Okay, we're here now. I've counted and now I've seen 7 shiny Pokemon. 2 of them were hard during streaming. Talk about good luck, dude. Good job, bro. We're on that shiny grind, bro. Guys, don't you realize we're watching a legendary figure Japanese culture? FLYBOY. Do you not realize how great Japan is? Dude, I am FLYBOY, okay? FLYBOY. That is so... People will not like that, but I don't care, actually, because that's FLYBOY. I said worse. Yes, I am. Dude, FLYBOY. FLYBOY Japan. I saw a video a few days ago about the Collier brothers. Their story's pretty sad. I don't even know. Maybe I do. I don't, but like... Brothers. 2 American brothers who became infamous for the bizarre natures and compulsive hoarding. The two lived in seclusion in their Harlem brownstone at 2078 Fifth Avenue. And they lived on Fifth Avenue? With booby traps set up in corridors to crush intruders? Holy crap. Yo. That's low-key insane. They got the Home Alone house in freaking 1947. Let's put him here. Put it up, brother. Let's get you in an Ultra Ball. Yeah, bro, no wonder Ogerpon's mask got stolen. She got jumped by 3 level 70s. I know. They're like level 2 before. Okay. They're like level 2 before. Now they're level 70s. Yeah, get destroyed. We're just going to catch it to see if we get any dialogue for Mr. Cool Hat. Mr. Cool Hat and his goat, apparently. His goat. Dude. They love FLYBOY in Japan. Dude. It's like that Ray William Johnson clip where he's like, I heard, apparently I'm big in Israel. It's like, apparently I'm big in Japan? Hero? Thank you? Like, that's a joke. It's like, thanks? Konnichiwa? Big Steen. Boom. Add to our party. Boom. No! Oh, no, we're good. We got Big Steen added to the decks, bro. Boom. Boom! Let's go. Let's go. How you guys feeling? Okay. Wow. All right. Well, we finished. Yeah, and one of them became blind, so the other made the booby traps, and so he got crushed by them, so his blind brother died of starvation. So the blind brother didn't get trapped by the booby traps. The non-blind one did. Then the blind one couldn't do anything because he's trapped. So he's starved. That's insane. We are never touching the save file again. Let's go. Yeah, this save file is dunzoed, dude. Dunzoed. Absolutely dunzoed. Problem is, if I want to do the other TLC, I'd have to start from here. So here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say. I will restart Scarlet and Violet. I gotta go pee so bad, and my head is killing me. So we're actually gonna end it here. Sorry, guys. I know I usually do 2-hour streams. We're only gonna do an hour and a half today because I am done with the game, and I need to lay down and close my eyes for a bit. One of those days. Mondays. It's like my body's trying to save me from the torture of my life. But yeah, anyways, I feel like I'm having a damn identity crisis. Well, Alexander, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. I'm sorry to hear that. But I hope, at least, you got these streams. You know you're part of the Fly Gang. If none else, Alexander, you know you're part of the Fly Gang. You're always welcome here, bro. Yeah, it's like midnight for me, bro, but this is so worth it. I never giggled louder in the dark. Dude, I'm glad I can make you laugh, Pixel Pulse. Sometimes I feel like I'm the most unfunny dude imaginable. But I'm glad I can make you laugh a little bit, bro. But yeah, next time, bro, we will have FLYBOY in Platinum. In Sinnoh. We're coming back to Sinnoh next time. Gonna do the Huzlock. It's gonna be great. Okay? It will be great. I promise you. We'll have locks. Anyways, yeah. Thank you, Pixel Pulse. Thank you for joining the stream. Good to see you, bro. Alexander, love you, bro. Love you. I'll see you later, bro. I saved the game. Dude, this game is unsalvageable. Just kidding. Just kidding. It's unsalvageable. Thank you, Sweetie Club. That's a high that's a high compliment. Yeah, we're locked in. Okay, the Huzlock's next, bro. Yeah, and Adam, by to tomorrow. Also, if you want to know about the brothers, I recommend Extra History's video. I'll check it out, bro. These brothers seem interesting, bro. Need a long video to fall asleep to. Yeah, see, Alexander, we love just bad jokes. That's life. You know, you can laugh or you can cry, okay? Isn't that life? But yeah, love you guys. W stream as per tradition. While you're here, make sure to hit the follow button down below if you're on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, like, make sure to comment on the VOD and hype it if you can. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As per tradition, the top fans of the stream today were number 5, Pixel Pulse, 4, Mr. Cool Hat, 3, Barry's the Greatest, 2, Suicune Club, and 1, Golden Moonlight with all his beautiful shiny Pokemon. Alexander, also a big shout out, who's always here, but for some reason YouTube does not give him the nod for some reason. I think it's because he's underage or something. Anyways, I love you guys. Always remember. Yeah, bro, Mr. Cool Hat, you just showed up for the end. I love you too, Mr. Cool Hat. We got to see Monkey Dory. We caught Monkey Dory. Noon Big Steen. And now I have all the footage I think I need. So I can start making that video. Which I'm so excited for. Anyways, love you guys. Always remember, Jesus Christ is King. Love y'all. I'm FLYBOY.